Hi guys, it's Harvey from All Parts Pool and Spa. Well, another one bites the dust. Was 3 days old, and it was a stay right heater. And the person this is getting to be so common, it is funny. Not knocking you guys who's buying pools. I'm knocking the pool dealers. They sell you a book of goods on salt systems, and they teach you how to put in salt, take out salt. Just read this, and this is all you need to do, and you can generate chlorine. If it rains, if you backwash, add some salt. It tells you if you're good, tells you if you're bad, and that's it. They don't tell you about the important things. Water chemistry is the biggest failure on gas heaters. The next biggest thing is improper gas flows, manometer flows, okay, due to improper sizing of the meter. If we're going natural, and we're already maxed out and we're putting a 400,000 BTU heater in, we need to increase that meter, and we don't, so it fails because it sets up. Gas LP, believe it or not, 50% of gas LP is not considered usable, because what it starts doing, especially in these cooler weathers, it starts freezing up and you don't get the right gas pressures, so it sets up and fails the heater. These are recommended um, things to keep in. Your pH. This is the range. This is the ideal range. And if you are just heating a spa, like you can look at Harvey All Parts My Spa. I check my pool chemistry every day, but I have my heater on bypass. Again, though, if you have water in a heater, it drops out. So every 3 or 4 days, I check my I check my chemistry every day, but I make sure that it is done and done right, and I push it. I don't fire up the heater because they're not good to just fire up and let run for 20, 30 seconds. I turn the gas off, so I push it, and the pump ramps up, and I get fresh water through the heater, and I shut it down. The reason why on a stay right heater it is not good to fire up for 2 or 3 minutes, she starts to sweat. If you don't clear out that sweating, it'll ruin your pad. Okay? So it's not good just to fire up your heater for 2 or 3 minutes. That's another part of my YouTube. These are ideal. So, like I said, I had a 2-day-old stay right heater that I had to void, and here you go. Okay, heat exchangers, and will void your warranty. It was totally shot. The pool had a pH, I would say, of a 1. Everything else was stripped. All these things right here are important. If you don't know about them, learn about them. Go on the internet and they'll tell you. In the description after this video, I will give you test strips that I do like, I use all the time, and they're very good. They're costly, but any test strips are good. If you have a pool, I recommend, and if you have water flow going through your heater, if it's a decent sized pool, maybe twice a week. If it's a hot tubs can change pH very quickly. There's a couple of things on high flow. If you have high flow going through your small hot tub, your pH can change just due to water flow. All right, people don't know that, but yes, high water flow will increase your pH. I used to have a Haywood 2 horsepower pump, and when it used to go on freeze protection, every 8 hours I had to go out and add acid to it to drop the pH to a regular level, because it was pumping, I think it was close to 120 gallons a minute. She was close to that, and small little 300-gallon hot tub. I just raised the pH. So you have to, know a little bit. But these are things. These are the parameters. This is ideal. This is where you want to stay. If you stay here, I like putting bypasses on my gas heaters when they're not in use. They do not have water flow through them. But again, if you put it on bypass and don't have water through them, make sure you drain that water, because the water will drop out and still eat that copper coil. The other thing is, make sure you have a acid check valve. If you have a chlorinator downstream before the heater, all right. And the other thing is, if you have a pressurized cleaner, okay, the cleaner is after the heater, and then after that is the chlorinator. Hartford loop would be good. But anyway, guys, this is where you want to be. This is your water chemistry for basically all gas, propane, pool and spa heaters with a copper coil. Okay? This is it. This is where you want to be. Right here. You don't want to be 7.2 is on the load. That's minimum. You don't want to be at 7.0. You want to be at 7.4 to 7.6. 7.8. All right. Anything below 7.2 is acid. Anything above 7.8. Well, I know people, well, I'm going to run my pH of 9. This way here it doesn't eat the copper coil. Well, scaling will happen, and your heater will start steaming out, because it'll wrap around that copper coil and restrict the flow, and it'll end the copper coil. So you want to be right here. Hopefully that's a helpful little tip. I will put a little test strip that I recommend for you guys to test your heaters with. Pool chemistry is the most biggest thing, and then it is gas that destroys heaters. I hear it all the time. Well, Stay-Right's no good. Haywood's no good. This is no good. That's no good. Well, they're pretty much all good. It's lack of maintenance and a bad install. All right, guys. Take care. Bye.